And here's the truth that no one really tells you about people pleasing. It doesn't just numb your needs, it trains the people around you to ignore them as well. See, if you're always saying, I'm fine, people will stop asking how you really feel. If you always go along with a plan, people will stop considering what you want. And if you're always showing up without boundaries, people will really assume that you don't have any boundaries. See, you're not just silencing your truth, you're also teaching others to silence your truth as well. And I think that's where the resentment begins to fester, because it's not because others are cruel, but because you've made yourself too convenient. And convenience breeds complacency. The people in your life may love you deeply, but if they've never really met the real you, how can they show up for you? How can they support your needs if you're never naming them? How can they respect your boundaries if you're never actually drawing your boundaries out? How can they make space for your truth if all you're ever offering is harming? See, this is the hidden toll of people pleasing. It's not just internal suffering. It creates this emotional distance where you become surrounded by people and yet you feel utterly alone, because there's no bridge between their love and your reality. And if you're honest, you might even start to resent the very people who rely on your self-erasing. Not because they asked you to disappear, but because you just made it easy. See, this is where the work begins. The work of rebuilding your relationships with the truth of you at the center. The work of saying no, even when your whole body just wants to default to, sure, let's do it. And the work of sitting in the discomfort of someone else's disappointment because you finally chose yourself. This isn't about becoming rude, it's about becoming real, becoming authentically honest. See, real kindness is not compulsive, it's clear. And it doesn't come from fear, it comes from integrity. And it doesn't sacrifice your well-being for someone else's convenience. Instead, it says, I care about you, and I also care about me as well, too.